Hello there guys, it's Joel here, aka Gallucks, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about how to make money on Instagram. I get asked so much over on Instagram. My Instagram is @Gallucks, by the way, if you did not know. I'm predominantly a men's fashion blogger. I just post pictures of my outfits and daily life nearly every day, and that's what I've been doing for years. This was not even a possibility of being a career when I was younger, so when I was growing up, like, everything kind of just happened, but I can see now why kids these days would wake up and be like, I want to be an Instagrammer or I want to be a YouTuber. So I thought I'd put together a little list of things that could help you on your journey as well. I think it's really important to remember that this might not happen overnight. It might happen overnight for some people, and it can be like a mental health minefield. I know that it is for me. My job is very, very odd, and a lot of people don't really understand it. I understand it, but also struggle with things as well. So it's really important to remember that as well, that it's not all fun and games, and Instagram and YouTube and whatever might seem like someone's having the best life ever, but that is only what people choose to put online. So I think that is important to remember that as well. If you are new to my channel and you haven't yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. That would mean the world to me. I make 2 videos a week here on YouTube, and I post on Instagram nearly every single day, so go give me a follow over on Instagram if you would like to, if you enjoy what I create. I think that's the first thing to talk about on Instagram. So if you it's really weird because obviously you've been watching this video because you're like, I want to make money from Instagram, but also I started Instagram and was posting on it not to make money, and I think that's a really, really important thing. Like, I don't think your reasoning to start an Instagram thing should be to make money, because I don't think your genuine passion will kind of shine through. I'm sure there are people that have done that, but that's not my approach, so I can't really give you advice on that if you're just solely like business minded, like I'm gonna make an Instagram account that's gonna make loads of money. Because it's weird, because my Instagram is kind of like intertwined with my life. So my first point is to create your own brand. I did just work with a student brand to put together an article on creating your own brand, kind of branding yourself, so I will leave a link to that in the description below if you want to check it out. But the main kind of point to take away from that is like, my Instagram, my blog, and my YouTube channel are what I create my content on, so they are my platforms that I can kind of use to my advantage to talk about things. I started with a blog and was posting just outfits on there, and then I got an Instagram as well and started posting my outfits on there, and then I made this YouTube channel as well because I wanted to actually speak to the people that were reading my content or viewing my Instagram and stuff like that. And YouTube is kind of the one that gives me the most kind of interaction with people, especially like in the comment section and stuff like that, so I really, really appreciate everyone who leaves a comment and talks to me on here. So I know that my main focus, I think you need a main focus. My main focus is men's fashion, or personal style, I guess, because I only post my own outfits. Sometimes I say to people like, oh, I'm a male fashion blogger, and they're like, oh, so what are the trends and what's happening and what's all this? And I'm like, I don't really know. I just post things that I like. That's the main reason. I actually don't really like when magazines kind of dictate to people, you should wear this, you shouldn't wear this. I'm here saying that this is what I like to wear. If you like it, then you like it. If you don't, then you don't. And that's absolutely fine. And that's the beauty of, you know, fashion bloggers, YouTubers. Everyone can kind of find someone who has a similar style to them, go from there, and it's just a really nice, genuine way of discovering style and stuff like that, your personal style. So I kind of decided on like an Instagram theme, going back to Instagram mainly, I decided kind of like on a theme. I used to wear like just black and white clothes, and people call me like the monochrome king, and that kind of niche really put me in a place on like the UK blogger scene, I guess. So male bloggers would know me as the guy that always wears like black and white. I think it's really important to establish yourself as this kind of thing. You can be anything literally on Instagram. If you are a chef, if you are a fitness person, if you're making a charity, if you're doing this or that, whatever, you have to establish yourself as what you are and really get that across to people as this is you, this is your brand, this is what you have to offer, and people can either join in or not. It's really up to them, and that is kind of how you build your following and you establish yourself as a brand. Once you've kind of established yourself as a brand and you started gaining like a bit of followers, I know it's hard to gain followers on Instagram now because of the new algorithm, but I promise you, like, I get guys messaging me all the time like, hey bro, I've posted like 6 pictures and I don't have 10,000 followers yet, and no brands have emailed me asking to work with me. And I'm like, yeah, try and do it for like 3 more years and then we'll see how you do. I literally posted to Instagram 3 times a day for 2 or 3 years before I saw any money come through, or anything. To be able to make money from anything, you have to be able to offer a service, and Instagram is even more difficult than that, because you are literally offering a service, but it has to gel with your brand as well. So like my personal brand, like this brings on to our next point, and it's be authentic. I only work with brands that I shop from, that I really love, that I completely agree with, like ethically, and everything like that. And you really have to be like on the same wavelength as the brands that you work with. So I don't know, let's say a good example would be me doing a collaboration with ASOS, because I shop at ASOS all the time, and I've been a long time shopper with ASOS from before I started blogging, and it's just like the perfect brand in terms of me as a person. So that really shines through and gels when producing collaborations together. A bad example would say me working with a teeth whitening company. Yes, I might want to whiten my teeth, and yes, I do love having white teeth. I actually had Invisalign a few years ago, so I could have worked with Invisalign and then posted about it on my Instagram, but it's not what my Instagram is about. My Instagram is about personal style and confidence, and I guess you could say that your teeth are part of your style and confidence, but I just don't think it's the right kind of fit for me, especially since you see like reality TV stars posting things about teeth whitening and all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't kind of gel with what I post. But obviously there is a market for that, and there are people that support that and post that kind of thing because it goes with their brand, so it all has to fit in really well with each other. So down to the nitty-gritty, so the money part, like I've just mentioned, mainly comes from brand collaborations. So when brands, basically, people used to read magazines. People now look at their phones more so than reading magazines. So the phone is the new magazine, the phone is the new billboard, the phone is the new TV advert. People are looking at their screens 24/7. It's just that the shape of advertising has changed. People aren't really looking at traditional media as much anymore, and is not as easily swayed because they've kind of clued up to advertising in that kind of sense. But I feel like when it is done through Instagram, when it is done through places like Instagram or YouTube, and when it is done right, it can be really effective. And I know that because I'm a consumer of that kind of media myself. Like I get inspired by people wearing things on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, I really love that shirt, I'm probably gonna go buy that now because it's really nice. It's a very helpful and easy consumer process to see someone wearing something, be able to purchase that, and it's very like satisfying customer kind of process. And so for people wanting to make money off Instagram, that is kind of where you'll make the money. You know, you have your brand, you have your own brand, and you post things all the time, whether it be sponsored or not. So let's say a brand wants to work with you, you will be like, you know, for this level of work, it's going to be this amount of money for this kind of post. It's going out to this many people, it's going to get this many impressions and stuff like that. You can change your account on Instagram to a business account if you are wanting to get all the analytics and data through for impressions, how many people are tapping on things on your Instagram story and stuff like that. So it's Instagram offers all the tools, like the business tools, for you to be able to produce analytics of your content for brands if they want to work with you. Make sure there is always contracts in place. I know that because I've been doing this for a few years now, I have definitely been had the wool pulled over my eyes in the past, where I have been in situations that were scary in terms of like legal things and stuff like that. So make sure there is always a contract in place. Make sure you have read through it, and make sure you both parties agree to all the terms and stuff like that. Do not undersell yourself. That is another point, is to know your worth. And you can kind of gauge this by speaking to other people in your kind of space, in your industry. Let's say there's loads of chefs on Instagram and you're all working with like a supermarket and stuff like that. And you can, if you're friends with them, you can ask. I used to work in a studio at Mr. Porter for photographers and freelance stylists, and that would be my kind of, I'd be like, hey guys, like how much would you charge for like a day rate? For, you know, how many hours of your work, and it's really interesting. Everyone obviously has different kind of ideas, but there is kind of like industry standards of what people would charge for something, but never undersell yourself. I think that's really, really important, especially if you've poured your heart and soul into creating content on a platform and it is your life. I don't think it's right to let brands kind of take advantage of that and not pay you kind of a appropriate amount. There are other ways that you can make money from Instagram as well. You can sell your own products. So a few of my friends have started their own businesses and use their Instagram to as a marketing tool to promote their own products. They send things out to other Instagrammers and promote their page that way, and then sell the products that way as well. Another way to make money off Instagram would also be affiliate marketing. So if you do switch to a business account, you can sign up to loads of different affiliate marketing sites for all different websites, and then you can earn a small commission off each sale. So I do this, I mention this in every description box of my YouTube videos, that if you do make a purchase through one of my links, I could make a small commission. The commission is not that big, but obviously if you build a large audience and you get a lot of people purchasing things through your links, that's how affiliates work, then you earn commission. You can kind of make an unlimited amount of money depending on how big your audience is. So that's another tip as well. So you can do that on Instagram by including links in your bio of your profile, or if you put a link in the swipe up section of your Instagram. So there are some tips for how to make money on Instagram. I feel like I've been rambling now. I could literally talk about this all day. If you would like another video and you have more specific questions about making money on social media, Instagram, YouTube, things like that, then do let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Just tell me how sweet